What's up YouTube, it's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to get that vocal effect heard in Demi Lovato's Heart Attack. It's that vocal effect, kind of pitched up, chopped effect heard in the beginning of the song by Demi Lovato, the Heart Attack single. If you haven't heard it, take a listen to it. If not, I'm going to show you right now what kind of a vocal effect I'm going to be showing you guys in this tutorial. Recently got a question on how to do this, so I figured, hey, it's a cool little tutorial. Maybe I'll show everybody it in video format, so here it is. If you haven't heard the song, this is the vocal effect that I'm talking about.
If I ever did that, I think I'd have a heart attack.
So it's obviously that pitched up effect right there. I basically recreated that before hitting record on this tutorial. So now let's go ahead, reverse it, and start it all from scratch and show you guys how to get this effect. That chopped up, pitched up effect as heard in Heart Attack by Demi Lovato. So here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and mute my track right here and hide it. Unhide that one. Mute this and hide because we're going to redo it. And then here is my vocal effect right here that I took from an a cappella version of Heart Attack by Demi Lovato.
If I ever did that, I think I'd have a heart attack.
So the first step, what you got to do is basically find that phrase that you want to repeat and pitch up. In the song's case, they took the T and the A from the word attack. So we're going to go ahead and zoom in and find where that is located, which is looks like it's about here. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this quickly. Obviously, you're going to take more fine tuning in when you edit because you want to get it perfect. I'm just going to do it loosely just so we can get this tutorial moving and you don't get bored watching me fine tune and trying to find the exact spot. So for the tutorial purpose, I'm going to go ahead and just cut right here on this transient, and I'm going to cut a little bit after. So we get this. So that tat tat, and then we're going to go ahead and repeat that. Next step, what we got to do is double click on that region, right click, go to convert to new sampler track. This will pop up. Make sure region is selected because we selected our region. Hit OK. Here is our nice little phrase in a sampler track, EXS24 instrument. So there it is right there, our attack right there. I'm going to change this track name to vocal effect. And then what we're going to do is, instead of pitching this up on our keyboard using EXS24, we're going to go ahead and just use a pitch plugin to get that pitched up sound. But first we got to repeat this note to get that that kind of repeated phrase. So right now I got only one right here. So that's the phrase I got. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat this on every 16th note for about a bar's length. There we go. Now this is what we got. I'm going to go ahead and mute this. Let's take that out. So we're getting somewhere. We got our chopped up sample. We repeated it. Just going to go ahead and make that a little bit louder. So now obviously we don't want to leave it like that because at the beginning of the song, if you heard it, doesn't sound like that. We're going to go ahead and add a pitched effect to get that going up effect. So I'm going to go ahead and select that vocal effect track, go to inserts, go to audio units, Apple. Oh, you might not be seeing that here. Inserts, audio units, Apple. If you don't see this, it's probably going off the screen. You're going to go to one that is called AU Pitch. Go to stereo. This plugin is going to come right here. And then what I'm going to do is close this because we don't need it. We're going to hit A on our keyboard and we're just going to go ahead and draw in that pitch up effect. So over here, this is your automation section when you hit A on your keyboard. So where it says volume, we're going to click that and change that to AU pitch. So we're going to adjust the pitch parameter in our AU pitch plugin. This is right here. But instead of turning it, it's a lot easier just to draw it in. So we're going to draw a dot at the end and at the beginning. And then we're going to drag this end point right here to the very end of the region and drag it up to about 885 cents. Anywhere between 800 and 1,000 is good. Otherwise, it's going to get a little bit too crazy. So just like that. Let's hear how that sounds.
I ever did that, I think I'd have a heart attack.
So you get that cool effect right there. That is the effect in the song. Again, it's not perfect. We maybe didn't take the right phrase, or we didn't chop it up long enough. Whatever the case may be, it's fairly close though. Next thing we're going to do is going to bring in an automation on our volume, because in the song the vocal gets a little bit louder as it goes. So I'm just going to bring that down a little bit and then drag this up maybe a little bit more. So there's our vocal effect right there. And then what we're going to do is basically create a software instrument track to create a nice little effect bit under that vocal track, because in the song it has that. So I'm going to create another software instrument track. Hit A on our keyboards to get out of that automation window. Go to Inserts and go to ESP Synth. And I'm just going to go ahead quickly to build a kind of sweep up effect. By the way, ESP is a great little synth to create those sweep effects. So I'm just going to go ahead and create one quickly. You can just watch as I do it. Bass in there. Okay, that's okay. Now I'm just going to go ahead and record that.
If I ever did that, I think I'd have a heart attack.
Oh, that was not long enough, that sweep. Let me just go ahead and drag up my attack a little bit, my decay a little bit higher, and my sustain a little bit higher. Let's try that again.
If I ever did that, I think I'd have a heart attack.
So there's right there. I'm going to hit A on my keyboard and just automate the volume on this sweep as well. Start it from really low. Let's hear how that sounds.
I think I'd have a heart attack.
That was a little bit too slow of a build for the volume here. So you get something like that. And then if you want to take it a step further, obviously you want to take it a step further, you can start adding effects to your vocal pitch track. I can go ahead and add a echo delay right there, and it's going to make it sound a little bit thicker. Just going to bring down the wetness. So right there is how you get basically the bed, kind of the bottom of how you get that effect from Demi Lovato's Heart Attack single. It's not exactly the same, but you guys kind of get the point of how to go about it. You basically want to start off with something like this, but basically take the exact phrase that you want and really take the time to place these appropriately and not just drag it like a robot across your MIDI window. It's all about taking the right phrase and placing it properly, obviously, and then making sure that your pitch goes to where you want it and all that kind of good stuff. But this is basically how you do that effect heard in Heart Attack by Demi Lovato at the beginning of the song before verse 1 comes in. If you have any questions on this, you can ask me in the comments section below. Thanks to the YouTube user who asked for this tutorial. I thought it was a pretty cool question, so I said, hey, a lot of people will probably want to know this. I do have a video on it. You can ask me questions also for future videos. Let me know thoughts on what you guys want to see, and I'll try and do videos on that as well. If I haven't gotten around to your questions, I will. I get a lot of requests, so please be patient, and I apologize for the delays on that. As usual, subscribe for more great videos, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, guys.